If I'm not hitting, then we splitting, baby girl. I ain't paying this check unless you let me get those cheeks. Come on now.
Thank you.
Thank you. This guy went to sit on TikTok.
$200?
That's $318 is crazy work.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Dude, here's my whole thing when women say, it's not that bad. Then why don't you pay for it? Gotcha, bitch. Brokey?
Am I hitting tonight?
No?
So 2 checks then? So 2 checks?
So 2 checks then. I love it. He said, so 2 checks then? Am I hitting tonight? I'm telling y'all, man, you got to be real careful on these first dates, brother. Like, and also, I wouldn't say take women to nice restaurants on that first date. I would stay away from it, bro. A low buy-in, real low buy-in. The lower buy-in, the better.
Take me then.
I'll get coffee, yeah?
Coffee.
Coffee. You have horse teeth. Shots fired! Honestly, taking you to get some hay might be a good fit.
Yeah.
That's a ick, mate. That's a fucking ick. Drop me home.
You know, it's another ick. Having your teeth all smooth just the same. Like, there's no personality to the teeth.
Fucking coffee? Who do you think I am?
The bigger ick is going.
Bro, I love it. No matter what men do, it's an ick, right? No matter what we do. No.
How do you think the first day is going?
How the fuck think it's going? I don't even like the fucking water. I'm scared of drowning. You have me here battling you, and you're gonna ask me how do you think it's going?
Is that in Austin?
You're gonna ask me how you think it's going.
And the thing is, this woman is a 4 all day.
Shots fired!
It's the first date.
A lot of girls would think, oh, we got a little, like, I don't even know what you call that, a little pontoon thingy. You know, it's a cute first date, you know?
Told me you're saving up money this whole month just to take me to McDonald's.
I told you I needed to get the steering wheel.
That's cheap anyways. Why would you get that?
It's not cheap. Look at this.
So how much did you spend on that?
Like $2,000.
You couldn't...
God, that's a lot for a steering wheel.
$2,000 and you couldn't take me on a date?
Well, you don't need to go on a date, but I need a steering wheel.
Loser. You're
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
God.
He had to.
Hey, he's got his priorities straight. Good man. Good man. Got his priorities straight. He knows. He gets it.
Y'all, we just got into it at the restaurant because...
Not he then left me at the restaurant.
I asked him, tell me something about your last name that makes your last name worth passing on. Like, I want to hear about the lineage.
The lineage? Baby girl, just look at the forehead. That's all you need to know. The lineage. If a woman ever asked me that, I'd be like, I don't know, dude. I'm pretty stupid.
Stupid?
I'm just a regular, everyday dude. Like, I don't know. What are you looking for? Royal blood? Because I don't have it.
I'm walking around myself in the parking lot. Good day canceled.
I don't blame.
I would have canceled too. Are you kidding me? What about your last name makes you want to? I don't know. I didn't ask for this last name, dude.
Going shopping tomorrow?
Shopping. When a woman says, "Are we going shopping?" You know what that tells me?
She's a runner. She's a track star.
What? Why you can stay out of this.
You said tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
Just give me like some time. Just give me like some time to like think.
We can get to know each other, go out, skydive, you know, eat, do some fun shit, come back. Yeah, don't that sound like a vibe?
That make, I ain't gonna lie, that make pretty sense.
Right. It's the only sense.
He's staring at the camera.
Good Lord, and she's preening like a bird. That's why they call them birds, man, because these women be preening like crazy.
Would you rather go buy me an engagement ring right now?
Jesus.
Or
leave.
Decimate everyone in that restaurant?
You're insane.
I could just go down to a pawn shop and buy a fake ring, so yeah, that works for me.
So you want to give me a fake ring?
If it involves getting out of people, yes.
So is there a reason that you don't want to propose to me?
Because we've just gone on our first date.
Oh.
You sound insane.
And what's the problem?
probably have a ton of mileage. I don't know you from Adam and Steve.
Any of you watching this, if you don't see the problem either, I'm very concerned about you.
Facts, though. Dude, I was so I accidentally roasted an ally yesterday, and I said a jalapies, and people were like, a jalapies? Like, yes, it's an inside joke. So I had a professor in college where instead of saying apologize, he would say a jalapies. So just know when I say some of these stupid words that sound like, did he say that wrong? Most of the time I'm saying it on purpose. I went on a first date with this girl, and she said, I got to drop her off at her baby daddy's house when we're finished so she can see him. What are you trying to see, baby?
I need you to take me to my baby daddy's house after our date.
Why?
Because I need to see him.
Why do you need to see him?
He texted me and said that he wants to see me.
You think it would have been nice to tell me you had a baby daddy?
It's only our
That's none of your business.
first date.
I know, but that's still weird.
Listen, it's cool. We're just dating, me and you. We went on a little date.
But I'm not okay.
My kid is with my mom. And
Is your kid's with him?
No, my kid is with my mom, and I gotta go stop at his
So
house.
what's the vendetta of going over to his house in such a rush?
He told me he wanted me to stop by, so I'm gonna stop by.
Okay, you know what that's...
And you're gonna get your back blown out. You're about to go over there and do some south to mouth.
You know what that's insinuating, right?
If you want you gotta remember that that's my man at the end of the day.
Nah,
That's
I'm definitely not gonna be...
If you want to buck with me, you got to remember that's my man at the end of the day. Girl, you are out of your freaking mind.
Be cool with that at all.
Well, that's just how it is. So you got.
I'm mind blown right now. Since when? Like, that's really bad.
It's not bad. You just.
How dope? You're right. It's not bad. It's absolutely diabolical. Diabolically should be your Greek name. That is insane. Your Greek mythology name, Diabolicles. POV. You bestied so hard that she showed up to one of your dates and started interviewing him.
And learning how to communicate properly.
What the is this woman trying to look like somebody's auntie?
Patience properly.
Oh, great. You brought up...
Like, what is this woman doing? Get her out of there. Dude, this is why I tell you guys, man, like, especially ladies, they sabotage. These ladies will 100% sabotage you, bro, because you'll get into it, you'll start liking a guy, start talking to him. And the worst thing a woman can do that's trying to date a man is let her single friends meet him, because she's just going to try to sabotage your relationship. It's 100% what she's going to do. Went on a date with a Tinder girl and she brought her friend?
On a date with a Tinder girl and she brought her friend.
Bro, the stories write themselves. So they're just sitting there bestieing out with her little big back chicken-headed friend. And you're just sitting there, and they're gonna be like, when the bill comes, they're gonna be like, you got me, right? It's crazy work. When she brings her friend to our first date and doesn't tell me, and now I gotta pay for both. Boy, you better not pay. Oh hell no. Oh hell no, I ain't paying for that. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I ain't paying for that. If you and your little chicken-headed friend showing up, y'all paying for y'all.
Trading our friend's first date with a Tinder guy.
At least we're eating good.
Shorts and
We
flip-flops?
told the waiter it was going bad, and he said she was beautiful, so we gave him her number.
And then
she told us to help, so we pretended to just run into her and invited them to sit with us.
I'm afraid those aren't protected.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but also he didn't really look like he was just, taking it too serious. He showed up in a hat and shorts and a t-shirt. But the thing is, dude, first dates are always awkward. I've never been on a first date that was like, oh my God, it's just, sunshine and rainbows. This is amazing. The tough thing about a first date is giving the facade of who you really are. Because I believe there's 3 versions of yourself, right? The way you see yourself, the way other people perceive you, and the way you think other people see you. So on that first date, you're really just trying to, put up kind of a front, a mirage of who you are, so this person can get to know you, but not get to know truly who you are. Because some of us are diabolical creatures. Y'all know from knowing me enough that if you call the number, you want to give me a ring, you call this, you're getting me unfiltered. I had a guy call yesterday, 42-year-old gentleman, got his life together, makes great money, has a good job, finance bro, and he's like, man, I have a really hard time, keeping these women. And we started talking, and after a while, I was like, bro, I figured you out. You're the nice guy. You're the nice guy. You want to make everybody feel good, which is cool. But in the dating market right now, you kind of got to be rude. You can't be super nice. You can't be like, yeah, I just want to make everybody happy. Like, you can't seek to want to be understood so bad. The woman should want to seek to understand you. So it's a fine line between being your authentic self and also being a little bit forward. But a lot of men go on first dates knowing that they could lose someone. What I tell guys is go into the first date and automatically think she's not into me. I can't lose something I don't have, right? You can't lose this girl if you don't have her. So don't think, I gotta win this girl over. I gotta do everything right. No, just be yourself, bro. Especially if you're a little bit older, 25, 30, 35. Dude, just be yourself and just ask all the hard questions. Hey, what are you? Are you a liberal? Okay, cool. Are you a feminist? Yeah, I can't do it. Like, you need to almost next them quicker than they next you, because when you tell a woman no, she wants it more. It's like telling a kid to, press the red button. Don't press that. They're going to want to press it. Every time. Okay, so I know you guys, I've talked about getting on the Whatever podcast multiple times with you guys. Sadly, Brian wants 10 bands. He wants 10 bands to get on the show, which I was like, this is insane work. It is what it is, but it's a goal of mine to get on the show. I've been thinking about different ways to get on the show, and I had a guy from a place called Free Cash reach out to me. Yes, it sounds like a scam. I 100% agree. And I thought it was a scam too. But all I need you guys to do is just download the app. I don't need you to play the games. If you want to download or if you want to play the games, cool. Free Cash is one of those things you can, and the link's in the description. You can, it does pay you real money, but apparently it's pretty difficult to get the money. Like, you got to beat these games. Sometimes they're unbeatable. You can do surveys as well and if you sign up, you get $5 free bucks. So there's $5 on me. But the reason I want to do this, and I'm being super transparent with you guys, and I told the guys at Free Cash, like, I'm gonna be honest with my audience. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, yeah, you get all the free money in the world. That's not the case. But I get $8 for everybody that signs up. My goal is basically using this money. See, it looks like some of you guys have already signed up. Daily earnings, $24. If I can get this to 10 bands, but I'm gonna get on the Whatever podcast, because I hate asking for money. I hate being like, guys, do you mind if you could, maybe hook a brother up with 10,000? No, it's too much. You guys are already awesome enough. You watch, and I appreciate you. But literally, all you gotta do is sign up, put in your information. You don't have to play any of the games. You can delete the app. I'll still get the money. So that's the whole point of it. So for some of you guys that want to support, but you don't have the money to, this is a great way to do it. You can I think it's only on iPhone though. You can scan that QR code. But it's really it's pretty much the only way I figured out that you guys could, I guess, donate, and you don't have to spend your own money. So there's my plug.
Like, I can just sit there and I have to be nice to people that I don't like every day, all day. So, like, when I get home, the last thing I want to do is come, like, be nice to somebody, even if I want to.
You can tell he's counting the minutes.
She said she didn't want to come home after a work day and be nice to somebody. This is crazy work.
Look for in a guy.
To be loyal, to be honest. It's very hard to find loyalty in Miami.
I'm a loyal guy. Do you have a boyfriend right now or no? Not really?
No.
Boyfriend calling.
Hello?
Can't make this stuff up, dude.
Where's my horse? Bye.
Your horse?
Oh my god, shut up. You toxic?
Me?
Yeah. I'm kind of toxic.
Really?
Yeah.
It's hard to find loyalty.
Hey, toxic kitty's some of the best kitty, let me tell you. I'm telling y'all, bro. Keep it toxic, baby girl. That's what I like. And here's another thing I was telling this 42-year-old guy that called. He lives in New York, which is a ridiculously liberal city. And he's like, almost every girl I go out with, Levi, is super liberal, and they're feminist, and they have septum rings and blue hair and a bunch of tattoos. And I'm like, buddy, you fishing in a hole of a bunch of liberal women. If you want conservative women, like, try going down south. A lot of them here in Texas. But I always say, if you're in the big city, there's a ton of liberal women. There's more options in these bigger cities. But the problem is there's going to be a lot of liberal people, a lot of left-leaning weirdos. And so it's going to be your job to, like, if you live in the city, you have to date on a quantity mindset. If you live in a smaller area, you can date on a quality mindset, because the more than likely, like I live in Abilene, Texas, for example, a lot of conservative people here. You can feel the presence of God here. So a lot of Christians, a lot of conservatives. So it's not hard to meet women that are Christian and conservative. Hell, if you go to ACU, Abilene Christian University, and you get pregnant while you're going to college, they kick you out. It's like that over here. They don't play. Bickering leads to strain in the relationship. Oops, my bad, chat. I got it muted. Look at me. I'm Stupid. My bad, chat.
To find loyalty in Miami? Well, ma'am, sounds like you're the perfect example.
Things which are putting like doubts in my head.
Like what?
Like, you know that you go from 0 to 100, like, pretty quick. Feel like I've got to watch what I say in case you might just text me the wrong way, or stuff like when I've been like, say, going for a coffee in the morning, you wouldn't like come with me.
If you want to do more stuff, tell us.
I'm just telling you, no. I'm not asking you.
You've not been here. Oh, that's all you like. Do you know what it is? I'm
not saying every single day, once or twice a week. Oh, so I can't.
You've not.
Why are you saying you?
We can't blame this all on me.
It's crazy how it...
Bro, here's my whole thing on accountability in chat. Put one in the chat if you agree. I believe when you try to hold a woman accountable, she takes it personal. She thinks it's an attack on her character. Usually when you hold a man accountable, he applies it to that certain area you're telling him that he needs to take accountability. You know, say for example, a woman's at work, you criticize her job, she thinks that you're criticizing her as a person. As opposed to a man, you criticize his job. He's like, oh, this is just my job. This isn't who I am outside of work. That's the big difference.
Just met up with my date, Vermouth, and she immediately says, we need to go down to Times Square. I need to get some money, which I thought was strange. But then I remembered she told me she was a dancer, and I figured...
Boy.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
She's a dancer, brother. Stop.
Oh, she's working for one of the Broadway shows. She's got to come down here and get a paycheck. So we get down here, and I'm excited because I'm like, oh, what if she takes me to the Lion King? It's one of my favorite...
Brother, come on. Wishful thinking.
ABBA musicals. But no, then she tells me to wait right on this corner next to the candy pecans, and she goes over and starts chatting up the guy dressed as Spider-Man. Well, they start getting a little bit upset with each other. The guy gets aggressive with her, and so I immediately go over, and I push him off of her. I'm like, hands off Vermouth, buddy. You ain't no Peter Parker, and she as heck ain't no Mary Jane. Well, he looks at me right in the face and goes, that is my wife you're talking to. And then it hit me. Vermouth had asked me on a date to come down here and make her husband, Spider-Man, jealous. So I started playing the part. I realized it, and I was like, look, I'm into her. She's beautiful. She's got that dancer figure. She touched my shoulder on the way down here, and I got that electricity feeling through my body. And he pushes me on the ground, grabs her hand, and they go smooching, running off into this Hard Rock Cafe behind me, laughing with each other.
That sounded like...
Brother, you can't simp that hard, dude. Peter Parker? Bro is done. Someone please give me this man's patience. Years of practice. Years of practice. I've pretty much mastered this art as well. You know, I've actually mastered the way that you get criticism, you know. Here's the way you get criticism. Take it in the third person. Don't take it first person. Don't take it straight to the head. Don't straight up take that back shot of criticism. Don't take that. Don't take it like that. Take it as if it's the third person, somebody talking about you, and you're just overhearing the conversation. Oh, okay. No, I hear that. You won't take it near as personally, dude. It helps out a ton. Let's see. Just got walked out on a first date because apparently I don't look like my photos, which is funny because I don't use Facetune, airbrush, magic shot. Hey, I'll give you a magic shot. Or literally anything. Well, maybe you wore a lot of makeup, baby girl.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
You know, maybe that was the case. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Some guys don't like makeup.
You ever go on a date so bad that you start practicing "it's not you, it's me" speech even before the drinks arrive? Yeah, that was my night. So I met this chick at a coffee shop. She was sitting right next to me, and she was sipping her latte like she owned the place. We started talking. She sounded funny, confident, and extremely sarcastic. And I'm like, yo, this girl's got some personality. But it wasn't exactly personality. Turns out it was actually attitude with good lighting. We both agreed to head out to this one sushi spot, and I actually arrived early. She strolls in 25 minutes late like she's attending her own wedding. I stand up to finally greet her, and she just goes, "Oh, you waited." Yeah, I considered leaving, but I didn't want to waste the emotional investment in getting dressed. First question she asked was, what kind of car did I drive? And all I could say was, emotionally or mentally. But seriously, I drive a car that's hoping for a better future. Then she pulls out her phone mid-conversation and starts scrolling, double-tapping memes like she's getting paid by the scroll. At one point, I just stopped talking to see if she'd notice, and spoiler alert, she didn't. 5 minutes later, she looks up and says, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. What were you saying?" "Oh, just describing my will to live slowly fading, but it's fine." food finally makes it to the table, she takes one bite of sushi and goes, "Ooh, this sushi tastes like ocean water." Ma'am, that's the
that's the point.
Fucking point. She flags down the waiter and asks, "Do you have anything less fishy?" Like, ma'am,
you're eating fish, dude.
Stupid. This is a sushi restaurant, not a goddamn Olive Garden. Halfway through,
It did sound like a horse.
Love it. I love it. Okay, dude, chat. I'm going to put y'all on to something I've been on. I don't know if you've seen this guy. His name's, I think it's Joe Caracal. Maybe this is it. So I've been like, from a 10,000 foot glance, been looking at the Epstein files, and I see a lot of everybody else covering it. But I hear this guy talk about how he thinks Jeffrey Epstein may be a spy, and I was like, this is interesting, and so I want to cover this clip. Here, let me move this over. I thought this was I love it, dude. This guy's stories are so good. His stories are so good. Like, I've watched so many of his freaking videos by now. But let's get off into this.
Think Jeffrey Epstein was a spy?
I believe very strongly he was a spy, yes.
And who do you think he was working for?
The Israelis. I'm confident it was the Israelis.
Why?
Jeffrey Epstein is kind of the stereotypical example that they give you in training for what's called an access agent. This is a different kind of recruit. So, for example, if you're a foreign intelligence service and you want information, like close-in information from a former president, from the CEO of the biggest company in the world, from a member of the British royal family, you're not going to recruit these guys. You're not going to recruit Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Prince Andrew. So you do the next best thing. You recruit somebody who has regular access to them.
He's an
and
ex-CIA
that person that
agent,
you
by the way.
recruit is going to need to make these people feel comfortable and appreciated. And so you give him plenty of money. So he has this house on an island, or he has the whole island. And maybe you bring in young girls, you get them in compromising positions, just in case you need to use what's called compromat, compromising pictures. We know now that Jeffrey Epstein's house on the island had video cameras, hidden video cameras in literally every room, including the bathrooms.
Bro, they're slowly but surely releasing all this stuff. The Epstein files, Hillary Clinton, all this crap's happening. Wait till they start dropping the videos. Dude, in my opinion, in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think this is a litmus test to the American people on how well they handle the dark truth. Because if they dropped it all at once, it'd be a straight nuke. And people be like, oh my God. But they're slowly but surely just giving you little appetizers. It's like a Michelin star restaurant. You get 9 courses, you know. We're just now at the first couple courses. It's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad, in my opinion.
Why? Why would he care what was going on, unless it was to use that information against people?
Leverage.
As I said, only the Israelis and the Russians use extortion as a motivator.
He talks about another thing the Israelis do. The Israelis are savages, bro.
So would they have made Jeffrey Epstein rich?
Yeah.
In order to give him that access?
Yes.
How could they have done that?
Oh, that's easy. I mean,
That's crazy. That's easy.
I mean, governments are the only ones really that can launder money unfettered. And you can also do it through real estate, through fine art, and through horses.
Real estate, fine art, and horses. Chat, just know if you start seeing me buy a bunch of that, it's a slippery slope. I'm going downhill, dude. Jeffrey Epstein ain't dead. He's in Israel, bro. There's no way. And he's an ex-CIA agent. He has some... I'll try to find another crazy story he talks about.
Those are the 3 easiest ways to launder money today. Fine art, real estate, and racehorses.
Horses.
But presumably he would have spoken out at some point, no? He would have said something, or...
No. But it would explain why he got a sweetheart deal in 2006. I mean, this is a guy that's been convicted of child sex crimes. And he gets 6 months of house arrest with an ankle bracelet?
That's crazy.
We have mandatory minimums in this country. That's a 5-year mandatory minimum, first offense.
He definitely had some interesting power, didn't he?
Which in my opinion is lenient. 5 years, real lenient.
Alex Acosta, who was the prosecuting attorney at the time and then later became Secretary of Labor under Trump 1, Alex Acosta said that he was ordered by the Attorney General to give Epstein the sweetheart deal. Well, who's the only person that can order the Attorney General to do something? It's the president. So was it because Epstein was working on Clinton? Most of the people down there were Democrats? I mean, what was the reason?
Maybe he was working for the US government.
It's possible that he could have been doubled.
Yeah, he could have been a double agent, bro.
The Israelis or others, sure. Sure, that's possible.
If you had to bet, what would you say? If you had to bet everything you have on either him being a spy or not a spy,
yeah,
what would you bet on?
He was a spy. I feel very confident in that assessment.
And this dude's good. So like he has had to go undercover a lot. He talks about another story where he had to find out if another guy that worked at the American embassy was gay, and he was spot on. Like he's like, I knew he was gay. And so he figured it out, told them, got a bunch of information from him. So like this guy is goated at his job apparently, from the few videos I've seen.
I debated Alan Dershowitz about this on the Piers Morgan show one time. It was Scott Horton and me who said that he was an Israeli spy. And it was Alan Dershowitz and General Danny Ayalon, the former head of Mossad. Ayalon was kind of into it in terms of having a fun time. He was just having a fun time with the conversation. He wasn't going to admit to anything. Dershowitz was Epstein's attorney. So I said that I believed Epstein was an Israeli spy. And Dershowitz interrupts me, like attorneys do. And he says, that is outrageous. If he had been a spy, he would have told me because I was his attorney and I could have gone to the White House and I could have gotten him a better sentence. And I said, wait a minute. You could have gone to the White House to say, go easy on Jeffrey Epstein because he's an Israeli spy collecting information from American politicians? If I were the president, I would have hung him from a tree. And then Piers Morgan said, General Ayalon, was he a spy? And he goes, who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, bro, in my opinion, you hurt children, bro. Yeah, you should get done pretty dirty, in my opinion. I don't think it should be salvageable, you know. I won't get too far into that, but I love this dude. I just have gotten so far into, what is his name? Joe Caracal. Like, he's everywhere right now. I don't even know how to spell his name. I think this is it. Caracal? I don't know. But he says some out-of-pocket stuff, man. He says some super out-of-pocket. There was one story I saw of him that was so good, bro. He was talking about some crazy stuff. How, like, so in the CIA, apparently they can, like, there's levels of torture they can go up to. Like level 12, I think, is like waterboarding or something like that. And he's like, yeah, we got this guy in one time, and they, instead of going to the first one where you like grab their shirt and push them, he's like, they immediately just went to level 12 and started waterboarding this guy for like an hour. Had to resuscitate him multiple times. And then there was another guy he talked about where the guy was not afraid of anything. He's like, I don't care. He's like, but apparently, I think he said he was Islamic or something like that. They have like a big phobia and a big fear of bugs. So they put him in a coffin for 12 days, I think he said, or 10 days with just a diaper, and the coffin was filled with roaches. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Like this dude has seen some seriously crazy stuff. What was this other video I found?
What are you most concerned about in the world at the moment? What does actually keep you up at night?
What frightens me the most is that the U.S. government over the last 50 years or 55 years has so inflated its military budget
It's insane.
That what we spend on the Pentagon is now more than the next 8 largest countries combined.
God.
Right?
Donald
Trump
something.
right now spends $1 trillion a year on the Pentagon budget. He's asking for next year to be $1.5 trillion. We can't afford it.
Just give me $20.
Our interest on the national debt is now the 3rd largest expenditure in government between the Pentagon and Social Security, and then the interest on the debt.
And why does this bother you?
Because we're going bankrupt. And all the while, the Chinese are letting us spend ourselves into oblivion. The Chinese don't spend that kind of money. How come I can't have a bullet train that goes 400 miles an hour? How come I can't get to Chicago in 3 hours by train? You know? How come the airports in my country look like and you go to Chinese airports and they're...
If you've been to DFW, the whole place smells like a porta potty. Just walk around at DFW. I will say, New Orleans had one of the nicer airports I've ever been to.
Pristine with like the most amazing services and the best restaurants. How come Chinese roads don't have potholes? And in my town, it's like driving across Bosnia.
It really is bad, especially here in Texas, bro.
It's because they decided not to spend their money on weapons. They spend it on infrastructure.
Which is what
we should do. Do you think that's
do.
likely that the US could go bankrupt, effectively?
I do. Yeah, I do. We can't keep up this pace.
Well, dude, honestly, we kind of already are. If you're $1 trillion in debt, bro, you're broke. In any other sense of the word, if you're $1 trillion in debt, you're broke as a joke, bro. I hate debt. I hate leveraging debt. I was talking to my barber. Shout out to my barber, dog. I was talking to my barber about this. Content creation, stuff like that, and then YouTube, and then he cuts hair for a lot of people. But he's like, I have a guy that owns like a construction company. They build stuff, they lay concrete, they do landscaping, they do a little bit of everything. And he's like, this guy will come in, and he's like, he just built a $3 million house, and he just bought all these trucks, and he says he's like, every year he's like $600,000 in debt. And I was like, damn, that's a lot of debt. I was like, I'm very debt averse. I don't like debt. I want to like get rid of my debt. But it seems like, chat, the powerful love debt. Our government sure does. Trillions of dollars in debt. Maybe I need to start learning more about this debt thing. I saw Robert Kiyosaki talking about this. He's like, I owe the banks $1 billion. I was like, $1 billion? $1 billion. I was like, brother, all of us are playing by the rules when they're just breaking them. You know what I mean? I don't know why I got off into this random tangent of John Carrick. I don't even know. But I was like, I haven't talked anything about the Epstein stuff, so I figured, boom, there you go. If you guys have any good videos you want me to react to, please put them in the Discord. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Whoop they do.
Oh, you want a jerky? I got you, big dog. I got you, homie. Yeah, lick those lips. I know what you want, man. I know what you want, big dog. Free. Sit. Shake. Good boy. Wait. Free. Good boy. But yeah, man. It's getting crazy out there in those streets, chat. Chatathan. You know what I mean? It's a crazy world we live in. I love it. I love it though. It's beautiful at the same time. As crazy as it is, it's beautiful. Because it just feels like an episode of Black Mirror sometimes. Guys like me and you, we're just over here, trying to make enough money to save, trying to make enough money to have a good life, when there's some evil forces at the depths of it all, at the bottom of that iceberg that are straight doing some crazy things behind the scenes. It really is wild. It really is wild. I might have to get into my conspiracy theory era again. I was a big conspiracy theorist back in the day, a huge one. But I got away from it because I said, you know what? I'm spending all this time learning all this information, seeing all these trends, and I really can't do anything with this info. So I was like, I got a pretty small brain, so I'm going to pack my brain with other information. Stupid. So I learned a bunch of quotes and dove into relationships. So there you go. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Whoop they do.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.